This ministry was inspired by God showing me that I am a preacher in 10 buildings each for 20,000 people each in one city where I preach 10 different sermons in one day. This is great. Gospel of Matthew chapter 2 verses 10 to 11. And when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceedingly great joy. Verse 11. And having come into the house, they saw the child with Mary his mother, and having fallen down, they worshipped him. And having opened their treasures, they brought to him gifts, gold, and frankincense, and myrrh. Here we see that so-called Magi were joyful to give. What happened? The Magi found a great man by a prophecy and give him with joy. If you watch this video from the beginning, you should see that the prophecy that I will be a pastor of at least 200,000 people. You should follow the example of Magi and bless me with money, because I like Jesus have a prophecy for a big future. Like Jesus, I have a big prophecy. You can donate or buy something at my site. You should bless me not only because of this prophecy, but also because I'm a great mathematician. Accordingly, Matthew 2:11, if you find a great man, you should donate to him. I was expelled from a university in Russia by religious discrimination, but I continued doing my mathematical research. I studied 4 years in a university. I did exceedingly great discoveries, including the discovery of ordered semi-category actions. That is as important as the biggest math discovery in 19th century groups. This my discovery could be done even in 19th century, but I found it only in 2019. So a big gap in mathematics has been fixed by me. I also discovered discontinuous analysis. Gallo in 19th century discovered groups, and it is probably the greatest discovery in the history of mathematics. Was the greatest discovery in the history of mathematics. He probably was the greatest mathematician in history. But I did similar discoveries several times. He once, I several times. However, he was killed early on a duel. So now I'm the greatest mathematician in known history. I discovered something as important as groups several times. Now we have a funny case of unlucky world powers. For example, the US or EU are unlucky that I don't live on their territory, and therefore don't receive help for my mathematical work and publication. That would raise their economy, I expect, about 2 times. You know that the Bible teaches to help unlucky people. Yes, they are unlucky that I don't have an American passport. Greedy people are unlucky. I also work on carbon accounting, using blockchain. My part of the work is to protect people from fake carbon accountants who could steal carbon and thus crash the world's economy by disasters. You should or rather help me to stop the disasters. Another my mathematical discovery is a formal consideration of so-called subjective probabilities. Big encyclopedias write that subjective probabilities cannot be formalized mathematically, that it is just an intuitive concept. But that's wrong. In fact, I discovered them, subjective probabilities. Among other users, subjective probabilities could probably allow to stop a potential nuclear war. In other words, whether there will be a nuclear war, how its investigation, etc., is done, may depend on how much you donate to me. God has given you money for an important purpose indeed. 1 Corinthians 4 verse 8. Already you are filled, already you have become rich. Ye who reigned without us, and that you did indeed reign, that we also might reign with you. You reign like an Easter tyrann, king, if you don't give. Who can command a king? A philosopher can command a king. As a philosopher, I command you to donate. A government law cannot oblige you to donate. Otherwise, it would be a tax rather than a donation. But there is also the moral law, and it obliges to donate. Please click the link in the video description and donate. Follow the example of Magi, who brought big donations instead of a small one. But small donations also count. I think millions of people died because of the lack of the world economy caused by me having lost the opportunity to obtain a science degree. Ordered semi-group actions are so important. Save what you can yet save. Save lives of people. Do what you still can do. Please look in the description of the video and donate. Let God bless everybody who donates for my projects. Amen. This ministry has been started and directed by God. Please take your part to support this ministry. Subscribe to this channel, press like, post a comment. Your help will be very much appreciated not only by me, but also by God, who will bless you. Thank you. Get the books provided by this ministry and also the course How to Get to the Highest Heaven. Yes, you read the course, believe it and get to the highest heaven. Please look in the description of this video.